music. He speaks your mind, and he's got you locked on.
The hits just keep on coming.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your favoriteest, best ever DJ of the best station in the world, Rez TKF on the Rez TKF Podcast, bringing you the best hits from the Commonwealth, the UK, and bloody America. Now, many of you listeners are all too familiar with the band Dream Substance, the noise band that swept the world with the hit album Revenge is on the Mind, a modern punk sensation that took the band to a new level. They seem to rock the nations and blow people's minds apart, then vanish into thin air. Also, people thought. Turns out, head singer of the band, Sylvia Dream, has been inside the fish tank all this time. Stuck with 8 other contestants for a grand prize of $10,000 American dollars, and went on and got with a Kiwi lad from another land. And now they're having a family together. Gonna be raising a little boy. Little Romeo about to be in the building. Ain't it beautiful? Well, I got a banger surprise for you all, cause on today's show we have an exclusive interview with none other than the band's front singer Sylvia Dream herself, and her mate for life and ever after, Kesh on hand, to tell us about the future of rock and roll. And I don't just make music, mate. Let's give it a go and get this interview started. Rez TKF on the Rez TKF Podcast.
You're rocking with the best.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? The Dream family. How we doing?
Good.
Good.
It's been a long time since we last spoke, Sylvia. How have you been since we last spoke? Obviously up to a lot.
It's been crazy. I've done like a lot of shows, met a lot of fans, sold a lot of merch. Now I'm in New Zealand.
You say you sold a lot of merch there. Look at that. You got some promo right there.
The original
pressing.
Hell yeah. I got the season 1 drip going down. I love it. You know, before we even start the official questions, I have to ask, do you feel love in the air? Do you feel it? We got the Dream family here. Do you feel love in the air? Because I know I do.
Oh my God.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rez TKF Podcast. And on today's episode, we have not only the first couple of the podcast, but the very first ever Fishtank family. That's right, we got Sylvia Dream and we got Kesh Dream. And Sylvia Dream, as you all know, is the 4th place contestant of season 1 Fishtank. And Kesh is the fan turned father, you know, all the way from New Zealand. How has life been treating both of you?
It's been crazy. Ever since Fishtank, I've done a lot of shows and sold a lot of cassettes. Yeah, now I'm in New Zealand and I'm 28 weeks pregnant now. We got like 12 or 10 weeks left, so I'm just ready. I'm ready to meet baby already.
Man, are you, and you say you know the gender too, right? Did you say it was a boy?
It's going to be a boy and his name's Romeo.
What inspired that name Romeo?
Oh, we went through a few. I like the name Genesis, but they have like anti-blasphemy laws here, so we were kind of worried to get rejected. So that's like one of his middle names.
So they have some pretty crazy religious laws over there? I didn't even know that.
There's a lot of weird laws about what you're allowed to name your child here, and a lot of the ones that we've seen rejected are all religious themes, so we figure it's some kind of anti-blasphemy thing. It seems a bit weird. We got to deal with it.
What did you think about that, Sylvia, when you found out about that? Were you like just as American-brained as me, where you were like, whoa, really?
Yeah, I'm very like American-brained. The more I meet people here, they just like call different things like the French fries are chips. Yeah, we looked on the list of like the names that have been rejected, and Genesis wasn't on there, so I was like kind of hopeful, but we didn't want to push it. But Romeo kind of just like flows off the tongue, and then there's like, it's kind of like gothic. Yeah. Which I like that, and it's like, I don't even think I've met like a Romeo, so we wanted something like original, and he just wanted a name that wasn't spelled That's all he said.
Okay, well that's not too hard to get off the list there. Just a name that's not fucking stupid, huh? What do you guys both do for fun in New Zealand? Like, what is there to do around there?
I mean, people like to drink here a lot, which I can't do.
It's all kind of the same stuff, like nothing too out there that you wouldn't expect normally.
I was really sad I couldn't be on 2.5 because I got asked, but I couldn't go on. Because I'm pregnant. I was going to be outside, like, getting bug bites. And it was mostly physical. So, I mean, I am like not 100% in that aspect. So, but it was really fun to watch. I love 2.5. Jimmy was really funny. Vance was really good. Letty was really good. Letty knocked it out of the park.
Oh yeah, we got to see a lot more of her tenacity as well.
Bitchtank was really funny to watch.
Because Jet's got to keep those bitches in line.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Kesh, what do you do for fun? Like, what was it like growing up in New Zealand for you? What's your family life like? Tell us about you.
I've got a big family. Like both of my parents are one of 4 children, so I have a very big family. Lots of cousins and uncles and aunties, all that. School was quite interesting for me because I got expelled from my first high school, and then
what'd you get expelled for?
Leaving school grounds and smoking weed.
The ganja. I feel like everybody cut class once or twice back in the day. Man, they expelled you for that shit?
Yeah, well, because there was a rule at my first high school where you weren't allowed to leave school grounds during like what we call lunchtime, which is like just between classes you've got an hour to do whatever. And I decided that I wanted to go to the dairy to buy some food, well, the convenience store to buy some food because the school canteen didn't have an FPOS machine, so what was I to do?
Man, you're just trying to get yourself some milk and burgers, man. Like, what the hell? They want to trip about that. Fuck that.
Yeah, really didn't like that.
Before Sylvia magically graced your life, what did you do for fun with your friends and whatnot? Did you, because that was your first concert you went to with her.
It was the first, like, metal concert. I've been to, like, normal rock shows, but never, like, a full-on metal or punk show.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Were there, like, moshing and shit?
Yeah, I had to, like, go to the back because I like didn't, I'm pregnant and I'm like,
Yeah. Pregnant women should not be near the mosh pit.
Yeah, for real.
Oh man. How did you first communicate, both of you? Like, how in the world? I mean, obviously, Kesh, you saw her on season 1 Fishtank, but how was that first communication? How was that initiated?
Mostly just being in her YouTube chat when she'd do streams or replying to her on Twitter, and she found me quite funny. So
yeah, when I would do a stream, he would be always like in every stream, and he would say stuff that would make me laugh. So I was like, oh, do you want to be a moderator? That way you can just like delete stuff. Yeah, we started talking more because of that. Then eventually he called me on like Halloween, and that was like the first time we talked. And then I heard his voice, and I was like, oh my god, you sound like Lance. And then he's like, No, I'm not. I can't even do like the accent. But he was like, I'm from New Zealand. It's way different. And then like,
a lot of people think that the Australia and New Zealand accents are similar, but they're not. Not at all.
You said that there's not much for you to do around there. Are you like working or something? Are you like just trying to figure out the lay of the land still and get the vibe?
I can't really work because I'm like about to get my work visa. We're about to like turn in the partner visa, so I can't like legally work.
Right. They can't pay me.
Streaming doesn't count, so I'm gonna try to go back to like streaming quite often. Yeah, just like the type of person I am. Like, I just party and like listen to music, go out, like rehearse with the band, which I can't do any of that now. So yeah, it's just like having to find new like hobbies and stuff I like. We watched all of Star Wars, and we've been watching Game of Thrones. We finished like the show The Wire, which is really good.
That's so creepy. Like, me and my wife just started that show like a couple weeks ago. How do you guys like it?
It's his favorite TV show, so we had he had the DVDs, so we spent like a good like few weeks watching all of it, and yeah, it was really good. There's like no like black people here. It's like pretty crazy. Yeah, there's like also really no fat people. There's no like drugs really.
It is definitely not America. When did you guys first meet in person? Like, how did that even like go from like phone calls and Discord calls and texts and messages to, you know what, let's just one of us hop on this plane and do this,
I went to America back in February to go see her.
And he stayed with my family for like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that.
About over a month.
Yeah, my family really loved him, and like my cats loved him, and my friends loved him, and he like did merch at my show when I opened up for Ariel Pink, which is crazy. Yeah, he's just been such a great supporter, and he would come to all the band practices, and I introduced him to Modelo.
Did you already have it in your mind, like, yeah, well, I already kind of wanted to meet you anyway, or was it a shock?
Well, by then we were already dating. Like, we started dating like around like Thanksgiving.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, we were on Discord every second of every day. And then so for like Christmas, he got me a bunch of Steam games. So then we started playing like Left 4 Dead 2 together and like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Real so couples play Left 4 Dead together.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead is such an awesome game, and it's what's good about it is how simple it is to learn. Mm-hmm. Like it's not too complicated like all newer games are with all their silliness going on. Whereas Left 4 Dead, you can just pick up and play and just shoot the zombies.
Yeah, you don't need any special crazy slide skills or wall hopping or any shit like that. Yeah. That's what we played the shit out of that back when we had an Xbox 360. And now with PC, that's probably the highest amount of hours I have on a game on my Steam.
Yeah, it's still different. Like, I definitely miss America.
Was that your first time in America to see Sylvia?
No. Back in 2012, I went to Hawaii on like a family holiday.
Seeing Sylvia was your first like metropolitan experience.
Yeah.
What'd you think? What'd you do?
We definitely had a lot of fun. We drank a lot. And then we took like some shroom gummies and then we just laughed our faces off. And,
America!
I introduced him to medical marijuana.
Whoa.
And then we watched a bunch of like King Cobra stuff. Because it was funny because that was the same time like that he had his like online girlfriend come visit him.
That shit was crazy.
So we were watching all that, like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Have you guys watched, it's a King Cobra compilation video of the glitter traps, the glitter bombs that people send him?
Oh, yeah. The cigar, my favorite one's like the cigar. He's like, oh, wow. It's so good. He's definitely my favorite person to watch. Like, when
your favorite lolcow?
Yeah, definitely. He's just so funny. Like, without even trying, he's just endlessly funny.
They need to get Cobra on Fishtank, but he's just so I don't know. He just wants to stay in his trailer now and drink.
So all that stuff with his girlfriend ended?
Yeah, he broke up with her because she was like on Twitch, like showing off their messages and stuff, and like being really just drunk and terrible.
I know he got like evicted from his place because of her or some shit like that.
Yeah,
because they were fighting. Oh man.
Live streamed all of it too.
Yeah, that could definitely get you in some hot shit right there. Like, do you think Sam or Ben could give them proper couples counseling? Maybe Jet?
Jessica's like talked about Fishtank and she's like, he's not going on without me. And like also she's just like so just stupid. Like I was in her comments on her live and she blocked me and I'm like, yeah, that's a great way to get on Fishtank, idiot. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, she'd probably be too much of a liability, I guess.
Definitely.
So you guys spent a lot of time drinking and smoking and watching King Cobra, huh? What did you think about being introduced to medical marijuana for the first time?
I loved how cheap it was, just because like we have it here, but it's in that weird like middle ground of it's not exactly illegal, but it still kind of is. Because here you're allowed to own up to an ounce for personal use, but you're not allowed to sell it. So how do you own it? It's in that weird spot there.
Yeah. And you can't grow it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to grow it.
Which sucks because like this is like the best place he told me to grow.
Yeah, the climate in New Zealand is like perfect for growing marijuana, but we're just not allowed to. So the medical stuff was cool. You can just like walk into a shop and just pick out what you want, and you know what you're getting every time.
Yeah, oh yeah, the different flavors and types. It's crazy, overwhelming almost in a good way.
Yeah, whereas here you just have whatever your dealer's got, and it's always exciting when it's grown indoors rather than outdoors.
Yeah, so he was about to leave and I was just like, oh, this sucks. So I did like being pregnant like alone for, oh my gosh, 18 weeks, which really sucked. But it was okay because like get my mind together and everything, and he was always on the computer, which kind of sounds depressing, but yeah, that's why it's so nice to finally be here. And like his family is so sweet. Like I have a really small family, so it's nice to have all these people around that care. Yeah, I think the thing that made me the most sad when I found out I was pregnant is knowing that like I can't do shows anymore. It also sucked like knowing that I can't go on like Fishtank and all that stuff. And there'll be a certain type of Sylvia touch on season 3. That's all I can say.
Oh, ooh, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome.
Fishtank has just really changed my life, and I'll probably be like the first mom in there. So definitely I can drill sergeant the fish and stuff.
It's gonna throw you back to that the baby challenge of season 1 when you had to become Mama Sylvia and lay down the motherfucking law.
Yeah, his dad is John.
I want Simmons to go home.
That was so funny because he watched all of that. So
yeah, it was foreshadowing.
So he knew what he was getting into. He knew he could see the future happening before his computer screen.
Yeah, it's crazy. Our first conversation was talking about our favorite $1 Million Extreme sketches.
What are they for both of you?
Oh my gosh, mine's going blank.
I like the man who would never be what they made him to be. The one where Charles goes to prison
with John Moss. Yeah.
We both really like Teacher as well.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Teacher is one of my favorite, all time. It's just from start to finish. That is just a perfect skit.
Yeah.
There's so many sketches, when you think about it, 15-minute long episodes, and there's just so many sketches.
What were your thoughts on season 2? You know, from the 1970s theme to boxing being integrated more with the beef bell. Because Sylvia, you guys didn't have any. You trained and sparred a little bit, but you guys didn't have a beef bell. You know, that would have been insane.
Really amazing, because I feel like me and Letty, we wanted to punch and hit each other so bad. Because there were just some very tense moments that both of us, we could have got all of that out by just boxing or sparring. But I was shocked by the level of violence, definitely, because I'm gonna be honest, when that Simmons stuff happened, I wanted to punch him so fucking bad. That's why I kind of stepped away and did the fake vomit, as in is anyone else grossed out I am? So seeing all that, I'm damn, I could have done that. But I thought I would be kicked off, so seeing Tay hit Trish, and then Tay with the scissors at Frank, and then Jimmy with the mallet. It was all crazy. And
it was very eventful.
They were all I think a solid cast besides some people, JC and Meg's nice. I've talked to her before, but if you're really gonna get on the show, you need to be 100%, no matter what happens. There were days where we all felt sick. We were all hungover, but we still had to do the challenge and push through. Yeah, because it kind of is just a stab in the back to the people that have tried so hard to get on that aren't, and they're just sitting at home watching it, and then another person leaves. What the fuck, that could have been me. I liked the theme. It was really cool. I wish, I feel like they kind of got out of touch with it at the end, with the whole time period, they
went to a jungle kind of theme towards the end.
Yeah, the whole swamp thing.
Yeah.
Which they kind of doing that from the start a bit as well. It was just the 1970s thing they kind of just gave up on.
Yeah, I really liked all the clothes and all that stuff. Season 2 was definitely a lot harder, but they also had more stuff to stimulate their minds. They
had an Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. And the walls had color. They weren't just completely white where you feel like you're just losing your mind, you're in a mental asylum.
Yeah.
It was I really enjoyed watching it. My favorite person was Damiel, though.
Yeah.
He was just so fucking funny.
He was.
I spent the tokens that Jet gave me on just TTSing Damiel, just what I call him, the Black Regina George Floyd or something. Yeah, and then he's just so drunk, on the stairs. That's one of my favorite photos. But yeah, I think introducing the freeloaders more was really cool. Having Nifty, someone Nifty and Abby was really cool, because I think people don't give her enough props, because that's the whole idea of a freeloader, is to go in there and get the contestants out.
Yeah, you're supposed to mess with them.
Yeah, she did amazing. I really enjoyed it, but I feel them letting the violence happen opened up opens up other seasons to letting that happen as well, and like maybe worse. So that like I was kind of like worried about that. As you saw on Bitchtank with Shoddy and Haley.
Yeah, they let them get away with a lot.
That was insane. Which
well, they let Haley get away with a lot.
It was just like not even fun to watch at that point, which was sad because I enjoyed like the idea of it. But every time I tuned in, Haley was just like hitting someone or doing something, and just I think she's definitely, like, no hate to her, but she's definitely the most coddled contestant ever. Maybe even more than John.
Yeah.
Which that's like a lot.
Yeah. How did you feel on season 2.5 seeing John get your makeup job and that be the thing that gets him off the show? Was Sylvia's makeup job?
I didn't even realize, like, that's what I didn't even realize that until someone on Twitter said that. And I'm like, holy shit, that's so true. I still haven't talked to John since, like, last year or something. He's been blocked because I just want nothing to do with him. And it's just, yeah, it's hilarious how I can't believe he's a real person. Like, for real. Like,
it's fascinating.
It was shocking to see, like, Letty forget, like, all of the stuff he said about her. Even though John tried to apologize and ask God for forgiveness in his tweets, I was just like, dude, no, you said, like, way too much.
Yeah.
Down to, like, I forced him to get a tattoo of my name when it was, like, something he really wanted to do. And I was like, hell yeah. Which I'm gonna do the same thing. But yeah, it's just, yeah,
and
it was
John
shocking.
had a problem with that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he has, I don't know, you know, because if I even bring him up, like, yeah, it's just really funny. And watching that together was so funny when they're in the, they pull John into the barn or whatever, he walks into the barn.
Oh, I love that part.
And then him and Sam, and then like the TTF, what was it that it said something so funny. Sam's just like, and then John just looks at him and
it said Crybaby John.
Crybaby John! He Crybaby John! He Crybaby!
Yeah, it was just so funny. And you know, you can't talk all that talk and then walk off the show 3 times. It's just sad after all they've done. But yeah, I mean.
Speaking of people leaving the show, what do you think about Mauro leaving the show? Again.
That was just ridiculous. Like, you never bite the hand that feeds you? Like, you're gonna believe, like, what, 15-year-old 4chan threads? Like, that was crazy. Like, and if you really thought all of that, then why were you working with them in the first place?
It was so crazy, I thought it was a bit at first. I didn't even think it was real till I saw, like, oh, wow, he's there for real. He really wants $3,000? That's insane.
I think they got him back as just a joke. Like, back on the show as a joke. I've always liked Mauro. Like, we've always been friends. But that was just fucked up. You don't do that. Like, it was really crazy to watch. And then in real time, just refreshing his page, just seeing
his Twitter meltdown was crazy.
The Twitter meltdown. And like, yeah, and then Jimmy was such a good friend to him, and now he's saying Jimmy's like a clout chaser or something. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just, yeah, it's all crazy. I still follow him and stuff because I want to, like, watch what he does. Because, like, how the fuck... What are you supposed to do after that? Like, how do you redeem yourself? Like, I don't really think you can, even.
Yeah.
Because in reality, like, no one would know who any of us are if it wasn't for Jet doing interviews with us on Zoom and picking us for the show. Like...
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah, Mauro leaving again, that just blew my mind that he would do that again and ask for that much money.
I do have to give John props, because I know he's gonna, like, someone's gonna clip this and send it to him, and then he's gonna, like, get mad at me for answering a question. It's like, because he got a little upset when I was watching 2.5 and I was giving my opinion. Like, that's what you do in the streams. You watch the current season or whatever and give your opinion, talk about what's going on. But his leg was gnarly, man. What the actual fuck even happened? And then it looked like some Requiem for a Dream shit. And then he stayed on, which was really crazy. Because in Survivor, usually, like, bro, you're gone. Like, we don't want any legal liability. Like, You're out of here.
I was like, he must have some good pain pills or something.
Yeah, for real. And then I liked the Jimmy and John fight was really good too.
Yeah, that was although because I was talking about that with Vance as well. Like, I do agree with Vance when he said there weren't enough fireworks in the fight because it just kind of it was a little stale after a bit because they did so many rounds. Or was that John? No, that was Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy was like this, just covering his body, and then it's just like, it was just kind of like a snooze fest, but it was crazy that they actually that was awesome for sure, but they should have did less rounds maybe.
So many of the fans wanted to see that, so
yeah, you damn right about that. That was a huge moment. I think that was a big goal of Sam and Jet too, and it finally happened.
Yeah, I was just so sad I couldn't be on there, but I have a valid reason.
Oh yeah, and then absolutely.
It started happening. I'm all the way in New Zealand, so we both really enjoyed watching it. We tuned in basically every day
for a 2.5.
Yeah.
How'd you like the NPCs?
Oh, they were great.
Yeah, they were great.
I think our favorite part though was the cell when they brought in Cryo King or whatever the fuck, however you say it. Because he is the, when people he's like the meme, like, oh, this is your average fish tank fan, because he's just it's such a sex pest.
Yeah, like really, Reddit mod type shit.
Yeah, he knows because we had to kick him out of my Discord because of the stuff he said. I'm like, dude, no, what the hell? We're supposed to just be friendly, talking, sharing stuff we enjoy, and then he's like, I don't even want to repeat it, but. So yeah, Taylor, she had a big redemption arc because people weren't really liking her as much because it's hard to have energy and be locked in for that long, especially when so many different things are happening. Then you have the TTS talking shit, bringing you down. So, yeah, she got her redemption being stuck in that room with him, the hamster room. Yeah.
The sound effects and music that they had were great.
Oh yeah.
All that.
Oh my gosh, what's his name? Gully Barnes or something? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Who made the album?
Yeah, that did all that music. It was amazing. Shout out to him. The album is on Bandcamp for you to purchase, and he's making physical copies too. But yeah, the cell was really, really fun to watch.
What did you think of Xavier?
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, he was good.
He was really good. He was definitely the main character.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I really and I enjoy how no one knows who he is, the fans don't.
Yeah.
And they're just guessing who he is. Is it Toby Turner and stuff? But yeah, it's
they were saying, oh, it's Joel Haver.
It was just a great watch, and I can't wait for them to do a 3.5 and onwards. And I can't wait to watch season 3. Yeah, I'm hoping that there won't be so many fans because it just a lot of people tapped out and lost interest when they found out that season 2 was mostly all fans besides just that JC girl, bless her heart.
Yeah, she didn't know what the hell she was getting into. What did you guys think of Greg Helsing?
Oh, Greg was amazing.
Awesome.
He's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to them for getting him out of the Mr. Beast stuff right before it fucking got really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really fun to watch on season 2 because he just didn't want to be there.
Yeah, that was so crazy. He went from not being so scared and frail and I want to go home, you guys, to yeah! Woo.
I think a lot of people, their favorites were Xavier and Greg.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were the life of the party for sure. They were amazing. Yeah, and Greg's a good guy too. He really did a good job because RPG and LARPing and all that stuff, you can tell is just that's his shit. That's his bread and butter.
Yeah, no fail RP for him.
Oh no, never. Greg would never let a fail RP happen. What are your thoughts on Bitchtank? I mean, I know you said you really thought it was cool and everything, but what are your thoughts on Shoddy, Haley, Claire, Kato, Abby, Juliana, and then of course Blicky, and then you had Jacob and Greg on the side.
Jacob's the skinny one, the TikToker?
Yeah, Pow Envy.
I've never talked to him. I don't know him, but man, like I've seen his TikToks like a bunch, just like on my For You. I feel so bad for his mom. I hope that shit's not real. Like with all the cockroaches and shit. Like I don't know. I couldn't really watch. Like I stopped. Like I tapped out. Like I wish they had a bit longer to construct everything, because you saw like the team like, oh my god, it starts in a day, we don't even have beds and stuff. I'm like, damn. It was cool to see Blicky back on there. She was one of my favorite freeloaders, because you can't tell if she's playing a character or not, which I really love that.
Yeah, she's so good. She's a little too good at it, and maybe there's some truth to there, who knows, but yeah, she definitely was a trip. Yeah, her and Jacob and Greg were bringing a lot of life to that house.
Dave.
Dave. Oh man, of course. How could we forget Dave? Oh man.
Yeah, like he's
the heart
just
and
like
soul.
Just some random homeless guy. Like
yeah, when they brought him back though, he wasn't doing so good. That man seemed like he maybe enjoyed that money a little bit and had to get back out there.
When you're homeless, you're not confined in one room. You can roam around, be outdoors, and then he's just stuck in this stinky room with all these other people where you can't, you know what I mean? Like, but that's cool that they paid off like his child support and gave him money, because like he obviously really needed it.
Yeah.
The Haley stuff was just really just sad. Like, you can be a fan of Fishtank and want to get on without like fucking up your whole life to be on a mini season.
Yeah, that whole thing with her husband and stuff like that. And
yeah, I mean, that could have just been a gaslight, but I'm pretty sure that was real. And yeah, it just made it more like when she would do those things and like call Shorty like ugly fat bitch, and then say that she used to be fat. That's obviously coming from somewhere of insecurity and all that stuff. And Shorty was my favorite. She's from LA and she's like alternative. I was, when I went to follow her, she already followed me, so I was like, that's fucking cool. That the fans want content, and then they bring someone in with content and they're just like hating on her no matter what, which was sad to see. But
well, she won a lot of people over in the audience. She was quite popular.
Yeah,
towards the end.
I really wish she won. She dealt with a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Kato was really cool. I've talked to her once. She's really cool. She said that I was one of her favorites from season 1, so I thought that was funny. Juliana, she was really sick. It was cool seeing her on, because she actually asked me beforehand, like, some tips and stuff before she went on, and I'm like, just be interested. They just want someone to be funny and bring content, like, and don't take it too seriously, because it's Bitchtank. It's not, an actual solid season.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like definitely don't take it too seriously, because you'll end up pulling your own hair out. Jeez.
Yeah.
Juliana was funny when drunk, and so was Claire. Those were funny drunks there.
Thanks, Claire. Claire was funny. I liked her a lot. She's from Missouri, which is like a state over from Oklahoma, so that was cool seeing someone like close by on the show. Yeah, she definitely won a lot of people over. Like I said, I didn't really watch too much, so like at the end. So but yeah, I saw her drunk a few times. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, Bitchtank, I'm surprised at the wrap-up they did, though, that it ended, because you guys saw the ending, right? Like, you watched the finale?
No, we didn't.
Well, we kind of did. Like, we watched it, and then we were doing our stream or something.
No, the finale.
Oh. What was it that we were watching then?
I don't know. With Pearl?
Oh, yeah.
That was just, that's when we stopped kind of watching, and then I would just see clips on Twitter.
It was the false ending that they did.
Yeah, that's what we streamed, was the false ending.
Oh,
but,
gotcha.
Yeah, because, like, they hooked them up to, like, a shock thingy, and they were shocking, like, Xavier.
Yeah. And it was like a mental thing, like, if you can actually kill him, you win. When you did see the clips, though, what did you think of Haley being the winner? Like, did that throw you off at all? Because it definitely threw me off. I just didn't expect that Haley would be the winner.
Yeah, it threw me off a bunch. Yeah, because I understand it was called Bitchtank, but really, like, fucking up your whole marriage, like, that's insane. And then
And then her job
Yeah.
too, I think. I think she even like quit her job or something before that.
I mean,
her first
I
final
think,
season.
yeah, for production, it showed how dedicated she was. So, and she was also like infamous. Like people liked her and disliked her. So obviously they're gonna choose someone like that to win. But yeah, I really wish it was Shawty. She was really good. You know, she fought really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I hope she won a good amount of money for all that.
She got the most points on Just Dance, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, but it was brutal having that Call of Duty match though.
I think, yeah, we must have missed that.
Yeah, I saw like a clip of it though, of them just like sitting down playing.
Yeah, it was brutal, man. Kato kept quick scoping Shotty and just one after the other killing her. It was hard to watch.
Yeah, it seems like Kato's been doing really good streaming already, and that's how you do it. Like once you get off the show, you jump into it, because that way more viewers and everyone that's watching best to all of them. Yeah, it's just fucked up with the Haley stuff. It was just very, very sad. I mean, yeah, just for a mini season, like that's that. Sometimes I forget how kind of crazy the fans are.
Oh yeah. Cryo King, I think, was the epitome of that example for sure. He took the trophy on Weird Fan.
If you haven't seen Lance do the dating stream with him, that's a good one.
Oh my god, so yeah, I did see that a while back, and then after that he got all pissy about like $10 with Lance.
Yeah, Lance is hilarious. He is one of my favorites as well. We talked about meeting up, but we're Tasmania.
Yeah,
Tasmania, but man, it's just can't really travel right now, like fly.
Yeah, of course.
Soon we'll get a Lance and Sylvia reunion. After get the Vance and Sylvia reunion. But yeah, I keep in contact with Lance. He's very funny.
What advice do you have for anybody who even remotely thinks and gets the idea in their head of going on Fishtank? All these fans who think it's going to be a vacation and whatnot, what advice would you give these people who want to be on Fishtank?
No, call your social medias first. Just get rid of everything. Don't let people dig through what you've got, because they'll find it and they'll run with it and just do crazy shit.
Yeah, the other thing about that Haley girl is don't come on the show with any secrets, because they will find what, your middle name, where you live, your favorite place to eat. They'll find out everything. So just be yourself, be authentic, dress how you usually do, don't be someone you're not. Bring the content, because that's what the audience wants. They want to be able to put the show on and always have something going on, not just nothing's happening. No, they're talking about sports or some dumb shit like that. You gotta want it. You gotta want to be on the show. You can't just be like, you know what, I'm having a rough day, I'm gonna leave. They don't want weakness, because the audience will remember that. Make sure you already have a brand going on, or you know who you are, you know how to brand yourself. Yeah, that way when you get off the show, you have something to give to the fans. Maybe
a plan of your exit.
Yeah, if you want to be a streamer, if you want to do music, you already do music, you get off the show, you're able to give the fans a new song or something like that. Collaborate with your other fish. The audience wants to see, you guys be friends after the show.
Yeah, they love Friend Tank.
They have that association of them all together, and so they do quite like to see that keep going.
Any advice, and both of you again can absolutely answer this, any advice for anybody out there at all who thinks that it is impossible to find love? They think that shit's impossible, and they probably self-deprecate as well. But I think people with some who understand what the fuck some love is and that it's possible, I think that makes them just kind of realize there's a lot more possibility to life.
Yeah, it will definitely come to you when you least expect it.
Well, and also what you said about self-deprecating, that's the biggest thing that causes people's failure. You just gotta have confidence, and if you want something, go out and get it. Yeah,
his confidence is pretty hot. You might be sad in the moment, but all that shit teaches you a lesson for the bigger things in life when they come. Now I know how to handle a person and like handle my emotions. That sounds so stupid, but stuff like that, like yeah, it'll come to you.
Is there anything that y'all would like to plug or promote before we go, or anything that you just like, anybody you'd like to shout out at all?
I don't really have anything going on really, because I had to put my music and everything on, you know, on a halt, but
Like the baby registry.
yeah, the baby registry, I'll send you the link.
How long is that going to be open, by the way?
November 1st. I guess listen to my album. It's almost a whole year old. Listen to me and Vance's song. Support your local music. Be love pilled and be silly pilled. You don't have to drink to have fun. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that.
What about
Season
you,
3 is
Kesh?
gonna be
Pretty much just the same as here. Like, obviously I want people to support her music, and the baby registry helps me as well, so.
Hell yeah, drop your album name and the deets one more time so that way we can put it on the screen.
The Revenge is on the Mind album. I'll be making more of these soon. These will be out eventually, maybe next year.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys, it has definitely been a lovely talk. It's been amazing. Oh, but yes, Sylvia and Kesh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the podcast today. I know it's a doozy figuring out, you know, everything with like parenthood and all that, and like, you know, settling into new countries and stuff like that. But you know what? We made it happen, even with different time zones completely. We all made it happen. But Sylvia, Kesh, you both are going to be amazing parents. Your kid is absolutely lucky to have such an amazing mother and father. You know, you guys are absolutely, I can just see the chemistry here. I can see the love there. It's in the air. And your album is, well, I'm assuming, available on Spotify, Bandcamp, and iTunes, right?
Not Bandcamp. I could never
Not
figure it out.
Bandcamp.
It's available mostly everywhere, and we'll get more cassettes made. Just my guitarist made these all by hand and numbered them by hand.
Oh wow.
So I had a limited amount. I didn't put any on my website, but I'll have those out soon. Next time I'm in America.
Thank you guys so much again for you know, stopping by the podcast. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. And you know, I hope you guys have a lovely night. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
you too, dude.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Dude.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
Rez TKF.7 on the Rez TKF Podcast.
Savage love on the rest. Brutal flames ignite. Screaming death, spreading